Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday and middle of your week. This is going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video going over everything happening in game. We've got 2x Void Shards coming up this weekend, but I'm going to talk about why maybe some of you don't want to pull, and it's a little bit of a bait. And then we'll also cover everything happening in game and in the Raid community to keep you in the loop. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, for this weekend, we did get confirmation this morning, a couple hours ago, that we are going to be getting 2x Void Shards this weekend, and there will be a 10x featured for Leorius during the first 2 days of the 2x Void event. Now, this is perfectly normal. The way that it works is they'll do 2x Voids Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then there will be a 10x coinciding for Leorius on Friday and Saturday. And if you want to pull Void Shards when there is not a 10x affecting a champion, you can pull just normal 2x Void Shards on Sunday with no bonus for any champion in the game. Now, for Leorius as a champion, I'm sure most of you are familiar with him. He does a lot of work in the arena, and he has a very solid carved out niche in the game. He has a really cool passive right here that is going to make him unkillable when he suffers a fatal hit, and this is really great for making sure that he at least gets a turn in the arena, and it can be very annoying to deal with because you have to bring a special mechanic to be able to take him down. And if you get him to 1 HP, but you can't kill him, now he has that passive effect where his damage increases and he can actually hit insanely hard if you don't take care of that true grit passive that helps him sustain. He's got low HP, all of a sudden he nukes you insanely hard. So he is a very popular DPS in the arena for sure, and you will come across him a lot. I don't know that he's like a meta-breaking, account-changing champion, but he's definitely very solid. And to be fair, there's probably only like 10 to 15 of those champions. You've got like these insane Duchess, Kymar, Siphi type champions that really can change your account and how it functions. Leorius might not be that, but he is definitely a really good addition to your account if you don't have him yet. But I do also want to talk about why you should consider being a little bit careful and maybe not for some of you pulling 2x Void Shards, and that is because we are definitely going to be getting a guaranteed Void event at some point. I talked about this in yesterday's video, so I won't go too much into it, but we are definitely going to be getting a Void champion right here in May of 2023. They were really ramping up the Void events. You can see here December, January, March, all Void Shards right here. So really, it would be extremely surprising. I shouldn't say anything is guaranteed, but it would be extremely surprising if we don't get a guaranteed Void event coming up soon. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be pulling 2x Voids this weekend. If you're a beginner, early, mid-game, all of that, you're new to Raid, there's really nothing wrong with pulling during 2x shard events because you still need so many different champions to round out your overall roster to finish faction wars and all of that. So don't feel bad if you pull during 2x Voids, but if you're a little bit more towards the end game, maybe you've finished faction wars, maybe you're starting to hit that more targeted champion phase, you may want to hold off and wait until we see what the next guaranteed event is. And, I've had a decent track record predicting what the guaranteed events are going to be, at least getting kind of close. So I'll probably do a video here soon, later today, tomorrow or something. And we'll have a fun discussion about what I think they would do for the next guaranteed Void champion to see if it's something you'd want to wait for or not. Then as we move on to some of the stuff happening in game, the Forge Pass has come to a close, a Razavarg has come to a close, and it's going to be a little bit of a calm before the storm, and I expect the rest of this week to be pretty decently manageable with not a whole lot of craziness going on, but I do assume that we will hear about the next Fragment or Fusion champion pretty soon here, either by the end of the week or early into next week. And we'll also probably be hearing about a guaranteed Void event either this weekend or at some point in the next week or two. And also, I would start to enter that phase where you start preparing for CVC, because here in about 6 days, we are going to be having a CVC launching. So definitely start saving up your books and saving up the champions you want to invest in, and kind of preparing properly to make sure you're able to double dip effectively and get as many points as you can when CVC launches here in a few days. For the tournaments happening in game, we've got the Ice Golem tournament. Really nothing super noteworthy here. There is an Ancient Shard up for grabs at 2350. and it's a mostly normal tournament with about a 10% participation rate. So really not a whole lot to cover there with the Ice Golem tournament. You'll have a Fire Knight tournament starting tomorrow. I'm curious to see what the rewards are going to be. The Ice Golem had a Ancient Shard and a defense percent glyph. So we'll keep an eye on the Fire Knight tournament and see if that also changes a little bit, because that was a little bit interesting rewards for the Ice Golem tournament. Now, the Artifact Enhancement event, we talked about this yesterday. This was actually a pretty good Artifact Enhancement event, in my opinion, that you want to make sure and try to get done. But we also have a champion training tournament, and I hadn't opened this yet, so I wonder how they're structuring the rewards here. Okay, that's okay. Interesting. Yeah, again, this is a new route to go, I believe, for a champion trading tournament. They are putting up a lot of the blessing mechanics here to get Mortal Soul Coins, Immortal Soul Coins, and the Essence and all of that. So a decent opportunity. It is 9,000 to get to the Eternal Soul Coin reward of 200, but that's 1/5 of an Eternal Stone. So pretty decent, especially if you are in the end game phase and you've got resources to burn. Not the worst investment, in my opinion, because some of this stuff is going to be very necessary for the long-term development of your account and the champions you have. And if we go over here to the offer calculator and we put in an Eternal Soulstone, getting 1/5 of this is basically like $6. And that's going to be equivalent to what? Like almost 2 legendary books up for grabs on the reward there for the final stage of the champion training. I think if that reward was 2 legendary books, that would be something that people would really be interested in getting after. So kind of take that into consideration. The Eternal Soulstones type stuff is very, very hard to come by, and it's your best chance of getting some of the higher quality blessings on your account. Obviously, most of your pulls are going to be trash, but that's just how the game works. You need a large sample size over a long period of time just to kind of keep pace with a macro perspective of how well to manage your account. So I think this champion training, just like the Artifact Enhancement event, is a little bit more interesting and worth considering than otherwise maybe you would. So let's go ahead and pull up the shop and see if there's anything noteworthy to talk about. There was that event advantage pack. It's got that same artwork as the stuff going on in the events and tournaments and stuff. So the great deal mix is not great. Okay, obviously the special void pack. These are going to be the standard offers for 2x voids happening this weekend. High spenders are going to be picking this up, but I can plug this in for you really quick if you're in the low or mid tier spending. All right, so that offer over on the right for voids was $30 for 11 of them, and we did also get 250K silver, and it's going to come out as a 0.93, so nothing super special, and you're not really missing out on a amazing graded offer if you don't scoop that up. But this will be an opportunity for some of the higher spenders to make sure they're bolstering their void shards. Let's see here. All this stuff is mostly par for the course, and the event advantage pack is going to be one that people are curious about. So let's go ahead and plug that in. The event advantage pack is going to be 20 here, and then it's going to be 750K with 1500 energy, 45 XP brews, and then we get 3 4-star chicken and 2 5-star chicken. There it is, and it grades out as a 0.83. I didn't miss anything, right? Yeah, and it's not super surprising because you can see the purchase limit of 3, so pretty it makes sense that it grades out as kind of bad. So yeah, really, unfortunately, nothing noteworthy in the shop as of today. But also noteworthy here in the video is that the Hydra has reset. Just a quick reminder to run in there and scoop up your rewards, and also get ready to run your keys for the next week if you are at a place on your account where you hit the Hydra. So yeah, that does it for this one. Good luck if you're pulling shards this weekend, and let me know down below, which champion do you think Plarium would feature in the next Void event, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting one, like I talked about earlier. I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting one here in May at some point, and I'll probably do a video showcasing your comments and talking about who I think they would do a guaranteed void event. It's probably going to be around 110 voids and all of that. So I appreciate all of you. Remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I'll see you soon in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.